I've been thinking a lot lately about comfort. The way the longer I sit in it, the harder it becomes to leave. The longer I feel secure in my locked apartment, the harder it is to sleep in a nylon tent in the wild. The longer I sit on the couch eating chocolate hazelnut wafers, the more daunting it feels to do, well, anything. I don't think comforts are inherently bad. I'm lucky and grateful to have them, but I don't want to become dependent on them. I don't want my world to shrink as I sink into them, like my butt sank into that couch. For me, bikepacking has been a way to push my comfort zone, to feel the discomfort and to do it anyway. As you may have seen in my last video, I wouldn't exactly describe the weather out here on the Outer Hebrides of Scotland as comfortable.
Oh my god!
The wind and rain are often present and changing constantly. It's regularly had me asking myself, what the heck am I doing out here?
That's quite the storm looming towards me. Well, nothing to do but keep going. Nowhere to hide out. These guys are so much tougher than me. Look at them. So stoic.
I'm at the southern point of the Isle of Harris, and over the next few days I'll be following the Hebridean Way up to the tippy top of the Isle of Lewis, thus marking the end of my journey along the length of the Outer Hebrides. That is, if I ever get there. Between the fits of rain and the ridiculously gorgeous beaches, progress is slow. But with views like this, that hardly seems like a problem. The beaches along the west coast of Harris are famous, and for good reason. I mean, hello.
You know the winds here are pretty intense when you see trees that look like that. I'm so excited.
But my route also takes me along the east side of the island, along the Golden Road. The story goes that it got this name because it cost so much to build it amongst all the rocks and water. This weird and wonderful landscape kind of reminds me of Lord of the Rings. Plus, it has ponies. Ponies that are not afraid to go that extra mile for each other. This entire first day on Harris was ridiculously beautiful, but the winds were absolutely exhausting, so at the end of it, I fell into my hostel bed and didn't film a thing. So let's cut to the next day. Hey friends, just a quick interruption here to say that if you are curious about bikepacking the Hebridean Way, I have a video all about cycling the Outer Hebrides over on my Patreon. You can become a patron for as little as $2 or $3 a month, and your contributions help make videos like this one possible. There's a link to Patreon below this video. Thank you so much to all of my patrons. Alright, back to the video. Unsurprisingly, I've probably made it 5 kilometers and am already taking a chips and dance break. Classic. Look how fast those clouds are moving. Like, I'm no meteorologist, but when I see that, it's not surprising to me that the weather here changes so fast. Ultimately, I'm happy I took my salty snack break because we have some serious work ahead of us. This is the biggest climb of my route. It's a long one, and there's a lot of cars. Not at the moment, but there have been a lot of cars. But the sun is out, and I'm gonna get there. One tired pedal stroke at a time. It's only the start of the climb, and I already can't speak. That doesn't bode well. But bit by bit, I make it to the top. And would you look at that, it's snack time again. Shocking. Am I really here to push my comfort zone, or am I just here for the snacks? Debatable.
The weather here really keeps you on your toes. The sunny is rainy. The wind is always present though. Keeps you company. Ooh, sunshine. You wanna come over this way? Come on over, baby. Am I gonna get copyrighted for that? Hopefully my singing's bad enough that they don't hear. Okay, I have a feeling the crosswinds in this descent are going to be kind of intense, so I'm not really going to film much. I'm going to be firmly focused on staying straight
and not in oncoming traffic. So, we'll see at the bottom. Oh boy. Let me just go ahead and fast forward this bit, because it's mostly the sound of wind and me swearing as I work to keep myself in my lane. I'll always take a break or walk my bike if the winds are too dangerous, but other than the heavy braking required, this was mostly tolerable. Slow and steady. Wins the freaking race, you know?
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. Go on in and have yourself a cup of tea if you like.
Oh, that's so thoughtful. I was just gonna ask for water.
That's right, there's cake in there as well. I'll be back in a minute.
Oh, thank you. One thing I've learned on any bike trip, but especially out here in the Hebrides, is if you find a chance to grab water, definitely take it. One thing I'm pretty obsessed with on the Outer Hebrides is that a lot of their museums have cafes or tea rooms attached. A hot beverage and learning? Yes, please. I gotta say, bus shelters in the Hebrides are my best friends. You know that expression, if you don't like the weather, just wait, it'll change? I feel like it's a bit of a metaphor for life in a way that everything is constantly changing. You're going up the hill and then you're going down the hill. It's raining and then it's sunny. The wind's at your back and then it's at your front. I guess all we can kind of do is just accept that change is inevitable and to just kind of ride the wave. These are my bus stop ramblings. And would you look at that, the sun came out. Thank you for attending Bus Shelter Philosophy with Sheila Daly. Let's carry on across the Isle of Lewis because we really need to find somewhere to sleep tonight. I'm starting to feel that wild camping panic set in. It's like 6:30, it's raining, I can't find anywhere to camp. There's also like nothing that I can book into. I'm in a really remote part of the island. I'm trying to remind myself that I always figure it out. Sunset isn't for another 3 or 4 hours. I always figure it out. But I am feeling a little anxious right now. With stretches of fields as far as the eye can see, you might assume finding a place to camp would be easy, but if you think that, like me, you would be mistaken. That is a marsh! Oh my god, my feet are so wet! That was a terrible idea! Get me out of here! However, not all hope is lost. When in doubt, we eat a candy bar. Damn, that's a double rainbow. That's gotta be a good sign, right? Oh my god, guys, the candy bar and the rainbow just did wonders for me. I feel on top of the world. I feel like I should bike forever and that I'm gonna find the perfect camping spot. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm gonna find a camping spot. Sometimes you just need a snack, you know? When I spot cool standing stones, all camping focus goes completely out the window. Do I need to find somewhere to sleep for the night? Yes. Do I need to go see cool standing stones more? Arguably, yes. These are the Callanish stones. They were erected thousands of years ago, and it's believed they were used for ritual activity for generations. I just realized there's another set of standing stones, and now I have to go look at them. I'm running out of time, but I have to, right? Oh my god, guys, if you thought that was impressive, as I did, wait till you see this. Honestly, I never really understood the standing stone hype until this moment. Look at this thing. It's 3 times as tall as me. How the heck did they do that? And why? I could stay here forever, but it is genuinely getting late. They're so cool. Okay, but I have to go. The sun is actually setting now. Straight to camping, no distractions. After a long day of high winds and somewhat busy road riding, a sunset ride with the roads practically to myself is extra sweet. And just when I need it most, a little camping oasis appears. I am thrilled to finally snuggle into my cozy little tent. I mean, it's technically a 3-person tent, so I guess it's not exactly little, but you get it. I can't even fix it. I can't fix it. Whatever. I am so happy I found this place. Today was such a beautiful day, but it was such a long day. Like, I think I was in the saddle for at least 10 hours. And I'm just so grateful I found this place because the sun was getting low and I don't like biking after dark. It does seem like a bit of a community space with all the benches, so I'm definitely going to make sure that I'm up early and out so that the community can enjoy this space. So grateful that it's here, and now I'm going to stuff my face with pasta and go to bed. I'll see you in the morning. Sheila would in fact go on to eat cold leftovers in her sleeping bag and elect not to brush her teeth afterwards. She feels zero remorse. My legs are so sore today after all the riding yesterday, so I'm just gonna take it easy and enjoy the ride. In the spirit of taking it easy, let's stock up on some groceries and do a little sightseeing. This is the Duncarlow Broch. 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 B-R-O-C-H. Brochs were defensible farmhouses from around 2,000 years ago. They were built in the round to withstand windy conditions. Like, I can barely build IKEA furniture, and they're just stacking rocks to build a house to perfection. Nothing gluing them together, just perfect placement. But here's the fact I found craziest. I would have assumed a building looked this broken down because of wear over time. But it's actually likely that due to scarce resources, islanders took rocks from it over the years to build new structures. Very cool. I also stopped by the traditional black houses. These are thatched roof homes that had no chimneys for the smoke to escape, so they became black inside. Thus their name, black houses. There's clearly so much history to explore on these islands, and I feel as though I'm barely scratching the surface. It's called a shealing, and it's where crofters would have brought their cattle to graze in the summer. The Scottish language is Gaelic, not to be confused with Irish Gaelic, and it's still spoken here in the Outer Hebrides. I've heard it spoken in a bunch of the shops, and they have some phrases here. I have no idea how to pronounce them though. Oh, this is a good one. Bu mahath an skathen swil kareid. Did you catch that? Probably even somebody who speaks Gaelic wouldn't be able to understand what I just said, but it means a friend's eye is a good looking glass. I like that. Another day, another tin of Scottish smoked mackerel, baby. Tesco's finest. And a pepper that I'm gonna eat like an apple because I'm too lazy to cut it up. And also a can of Coca-Cola. Not sponsored or endorsed. However, I am getting a little fatigued, and the sugar and caffeine really does wonders. Tastes okay. Fueled up, I carry on towards my final destination, the butt of Lewis. That's the top of Lewis, not the butt of Lewis. But it's called the butt of Lewis. You get it. It's like, where's my dog? Sheep in it. So camouflaged. The feeling that comes over me is hard to describe. There is relief and joy. Pieces of my time out here were truly so challenging and exhausting. But there's also sadness. Sadness that the journey is over and I'll need to leave this very special piece of the world. But the biggest thing I feel is gratitude. Gratitude that I didn't give in to the call for comfort and go home, or not even make it here at all. Because moments like this are so very, very, very worth it. Remember that, Couch Sheila.